I'm Dan Barbeau. Welcome to Indigo Shindig, the show that brings you singers and songwriters that you should be hearing from. One of them definitely is Mr. Dean Harlem.
Hey, Dan.
Welcome.
Thank you very much.
From what I can tell, and I've done a little bit of research, you should be my hero.
Okay.
You are living the dream, my
I
friend.
accept all responsibility.
So, you left home at 18. Where'd you go?
Well, the first place I went to was Nashville.
What'd you do there?
I slept under a bridge with a bunch of other homeless kids with their guitars trying to be rock stars. Yeah, I spent about 2 weeks in Nashville, 2-3 weeks, and that was the first time the music industry kicked me in the face.
How's that?
It wasn't great. It wasn't that great, no.
No, I mean, how did they actually kick you in the face?
Oh, how?
Just didn't recognize your greatness?
Yeah, pretty much. Just walking around the streets and trying to, get your foot in the door and not, being nameless and unknown. And there was a time when I went walking on, where Music Row is in Nashville. I went knocking on door to door and trying to get somebody to record me.
That's an old story.
Yeah, and somebody actually recorded me. That was about the highlight of my Nashville experience, and then I left.
Now, I heard something about you riding the rails and...
I hopped a couple freight trains, yeah.
Yeah. Is there like a freight train community that you ran into, people that actually do this too?
I think there is a community of people that do that kind of thing, but I wasn't part of it. I didn't really travel or hang out with those people.
It sounds a little scary.
It is, actually. Yeah, the last time I did it was pretty scary.
And you ended up in San Francisco, my hometown?
And then eventually I ended up in San Francisco, that's right.
Still a great place to be a young man?
Still. Yeah. Yeah.
So you now have 2 records. I have Baptism Road, the second album.
Mm-hmm.
What's the title about?
Baptism Road?
Yeah.
Well, when you think of baptism, you probably think about the traditional meaning, the religious meaning about getting soaked and, going to the river to be baptized, that kind of thing. But for me, baptism in that album, it was used as kind of a change, transcending, moving on, and that's what that title is about.
Yeah. So it's a great album. I've been listening to it a lot.
Thanks.
One of the things I like about Baptism Road is the sound of it, the tone, especially on some of the intros where the harmonica comes in, and it really reminds me of one of my favorite albums, Springsteen's Nebraska.
I love
See
that one.
an influence on you at all?
Yeah, I really enjoy Bruce Springsteen. Yeah. Really
Definitely has that sound to it. Very nice.
Mm-hmm.
One of the things I thought was really exciting was the motorcycle tour. Can you tell us about that?
The motorcycle tour, it's coming up. It's going to be July till August. I'm going to play, try to play 40 shows and, end up on the East Coast.
How many states?
I haven't counted all the states. I'm going to go up to Seattle.
Okay.
Through Salt Lake City, Colorado, New Mexico, Texas, Tennessee, the Carolinas, and then up to New York.
Nice. What's going to be the title of your new CD?
It's going to be called Two Dogs.
So where does that come from?
Well, it comes from an old Cherokee Indian myth. There's a grandfather and a grandson sitting around a campfire, and the grandfather says to the grandson, he says, "There's 2 dogs inside of me, and there's a good dog and a bad dog, and they're always fighting. And the good dog is all things good, and the bad dog is all things bad. And everybody has these 2 dogs, even you." And the grandson thinks about it for a minute, and he says to his grandfather, "So which one wins?" And the grandfather just responds by saying, "The one you feed the most."
Nice.
So there's a song called Two Dogs that I wrote, and it's based off of that, and named the record after it. It's going to be a 5-song EP.
Great title. I like the story.
Thanks.
Tell us about your web presence. Where can people find you?
Well, there's always my website, deanharlem.com, and Facebook, and SoundCloud and Reverb Nation. I use those, but my website's probably the most useful.
So when people want to hear you, they want to come out and see you live, where should they go?
You can go on my website to see my tour schedule, my shows. If you want to see me, I usually play farmers markets in San Francisco on Saturdays and Sundays. Saturdays at the Ferry Building, Sundays at the Civic Center. And yeah.
Nice. Well, I'm
Staying
actually
busy.
planning a trip to San Francisco very soon, so you may see me in business.
Okay. Great.
Thanks for coming.
Thanks,
really
Dan.
Appreciate it. Nice
for
meeting
talking.
you.
I never loved somebody from so far away. I've always been that body that needs love every day. But if there was a highway that took me from here to you, I'd be driving down the road 1,000 miles an hour just to spend a day with you. Just to spend a day with you. I had many a lover, but none are quite like you. In my time, I discovered what it means to be true. I could run around each night and you wouldn't have to know. But you got the kind of love that makes me wanna stay in and think about you coming home. Think about you coming home, oh yeah. I could run around, you wouldn't even know. But you got the kind of love that make me wanna stay in and think about you coming home, oh, think about you coming home. I love you best I can from so far away. But my hands need a place to go, and sometimes it drives me insane. Well, I'm still up on my side, while on yours you're tucked away. So I send you all my loving kisses from so far away. I send you all my loving kisses from so far away, oh yeah. From so far away, that's right. From so far